Hello YouTube, this is Dexter Nolan here with a brand new deck profile. Today I'll be bringing you my combo Mermail deck, which is pretty much Mermails featuring Noden, featuring not many traps and a lot of combo-iness, I guess. So yeah, let's get straight into the deck profile. I'll start off the main deck. I'm not going to bother with a side deck because I did play this deck at an event just a couple of days ago, and the side deck was just so awful. I was siding the wrong things for the wrong decks, and I'd really have to think about what I'm going to change up in there. So yeah, let's get straight on to the deck profile. First off, we got 2 maxis. It helps you draw into your instant fusion faster. You don't earn 3 because it kind of gets cloggy, especially with all the drawing you do, and it's not a water card, so it's kind of a bit clunky. We run 2 Megalo and 3 TS for our 7s. We do not run lead because he is cloggy and he contributes to brick hands, whereas Megalo at least allows you to get your engine going even if you have a bad hand. Megalo, despite kind of being cloggy as well, actually makes brick hands a little better. It means you can ditch kind of dead, say, pikes or undines that you can't normal summon, say if you already use your normal summon, and still kind of generate something out of it. So yeah, just 5 7s. For Atlanteans or ditch cards, we run 2 of each and 3 Gunda, so 2 Dragoons, 2 Marksmen, 2 Infantry, and triple Gunda. The reason for this is you want as many combo pieces as possible. Gunda, however, helps reach the win condition. The others sometimes do, but don't always. For example, against Necros, Marksman's pretty dead, and against some decks like Satellars, Infantry leaves a lot to be desired. Both are good cards, but not really 3-ofs. There's not much more to say. Gund does always, if you play the deck right, you can always get full advantage out of Gund, whereas with the other ones, it's just depending on what your opponent's playing. Obviously, Dragoons is the best, however, he's only at 2, so I can only run the 2. Otherwise, he'd be at 10 if I could run 10. Next, you got a triple Linda. It's important in this deck to have 3, I guess. It's good for Gund plays when you ditch Gund plus Linda for Megalo, then you get the Linda back and you can start pushing for damage, or even pushing for game if you're lucky. There's not really much more to say about Linda. You kind of want the 3 because it's just another water card that's generally good and keeps spheres alive. The 2 is good too, except because it gets rid of it. It gets rid of a bit of the chance of you drawing it. However, then you won't have it for the 3rd sphere sometimes, or the 2nd sphere if you're really unlucky. Next you have 3 Pike. This is mandatory. You need it for your normal summon. You want to normal summon this, and we run 3 Undine also for your normal summon. The reason we run 3 Undine, you might be like, well, why? In my original Mermail deck, before Noden came out, I ran 2 Undine and 1 Controller, and I was even kind of considering cutting it completely. It's an amazing opener, the best opener that I can have. However, with Noden, you need to get Dragoons in the grave. It's pivotal, or otherwise your Noden won't be as plussy as it can be. So this is a way to send Dragoons to the grave while also getting to search, and it's great. You need 3 and 3. There's no questions about this. 2 Controller, you want to keep your targets for your 3 and 9s. It's kind of good too. I mean, one of the mistakes I made when I went into this tournament, and by the way, I think this deck could be one of the best decks if you just find that like perfect balance. However, the problem I had was I went for like this kind of combo deck, like I just want kind of all-out combo, but not going all-out combo. I still ran too many traps and too many spells, even though I didn't run many at all. It's crazy. I should have really ran Moray of Greed. I think it's called Moray of Greed. It's put 2 waters back and draw 3, and to get into instant fusions. And I should also run Elder Darkness just so I could get any drawn ones of these, and just made full combo deck. Because the problem I had this weekend was not drawing instant fusions. I got everything else worked fine, but I just didn't draw them. I didn't resolve 1 Norden this weekend. In testing on DN, I resolved it quite a lot. And it's incredible. It's almost a win condition in this deck. However, it just didn't work out today, so that's why I'll be making some changes. I'll let you know what those changes will be after this video is finished. Wundergeki, obviously I need to cut that because it's just not a combo piece. It's kind of dead sometimes, and you can break boards easily with this deck. That's not even a problem. 3 Upstart Goblin, mandatory. It's just too good. Into the Void doesn't work in this deck because you always want to have a hand advantage after you're done, just for a backup play if it goes wrong. Or say they drop maxi, you don't want to go and you don't want to go full board in, because you perform a damage juggler, I think sold is a thing. I lost a game this weekend because of it. I just went all out. I had like 10k damage on board, but he stopped a marksman from doing damage, which just completely screwed the OTK. I lost 1400 from the marksman, and I lost 1800 then from the dragoons he would have summoned. So yeah, I don't into the void. I just wouldn't run. Triple instant fusion, of course, MVP of the deck. Just didn't draw it enough. I honestly didn't, but yeah, as I said, I still think this deck has so much potential. I think it really is cutting cards like Torrential, Solemn Warning, and Vanity's Emptiness, which are the 3 non-combo trap cards I used this weekend. I'd say cut them. I honestly would. They're fantastic cards when you're going first sometimes, when you're forced to go first. But really, it doesn't help you reach this deck's win condition. I mean, if you have to stall, if you have to try and prevent your opponent from doing stuff so you can get into combo pieces, it's just not going to work. And 3 Sphere, I honestly, genuinely would cut this down to 2 and maybe cut Linda to 2 if I did so. And just run as many like extra draw power pieces as I could. When Prince comes out, obviously this will be solved. You can run a bit more traps. You can because he makes the deck so much better. Prince does, because he's just like a +2, I think. Yeah, +2 by himself. So yeah, 3 of those. And the extra deck, I'll just go into quickly. I don't want to show you the side deck because it was awful. Tracksack, Big Eye, and this hasn't changed much. For the level 4 waters, the water part is important because when you detach a Dragoons from a Noden into Dragoons, then a water monster, then you get the search from Dragoons. That's why I'm saying water is important. So I run these 4. The only one that you wouldn't run in most rank 4 decks maybe is Ragnar Zero. The reason I run it here is because it's water solely. It was between that and stuff like Cowboy. And then I run 1 Emerald and 1 Exton Knight. We run Lever, and it was trite as obvious. Lever I ran over a Goyo because usually Goyo is made by Genesis Controller plus either an Undyne or an Abyss Gund or an Abyss Linda, however you get them on the field. However, you can also just overlay into a rank 3, and I thought this rank 3 was the best out of all I could have ran. And so I ran Lever. And obviously 2 Noden. 3 is too many. You run Emerald regardless, and we run Leo and Black Rose Dragon, and that's just a token. As I said, you could run Goyo as well. You could run a few things, but I figured these were the best 7 and the best 10, which were the 2 levels you go into the most. So yeah, that's the deck profile. Just a bit afterward. I genuinely think you should. This deck is good. This weekend I went 3-2. I won 3 matches. I lost 2. 1 against Shadows. I was beaten 2-1. As I said, the damage juggler thing. And actually in game 3, he beat me. He went Construct, then Trapeze Magician, so he OTK'd. I actually did Sphere set, but he MST'd it when I activated it. Had I went on another turn, I would have won because I had double Instant Fusion in hand, plus an Undyne, plus a bit of Grave setup, and I had like 2 other cards. I'd like a Regeki plus a set something. It was a set Instant Fusion, sorry. But yeah, he just ended it right there. It was game. So I was beaten fair and square. There's nothing I can do about that. There's nothing to be salty about there. That was against Shadows. The other match I lost was against Darklaw. I was kind of salty, but I didn't build this deck to beat Darklaw. My side deck was awful for the reason it had too much kind of like things that I could have mained to stop these things. Like for example, I'm running like double dark hole, spaces and all these things, which are all reactive things to what my opponent is playing. However, I should be playing stuff like Retaliating Sea, which just wins the game right there. Like Dark Hole doesn't win games, it helps games. It can be +1, +2, it's great against Darklaw, but Retaliating Sea and things like that can just win games. I should have been running cards like that. Also, since I'm maining Maxis, and it kind of helps the deck go along. But yeah, if you were planning on building this deck, I'd definitely cut some of the traps in the Regeki. Slimline the deck, make it super combo-y, and just try and win through combos. But yeah, guys, feel free to ask questions. I think it didn't perform well this weekend locals, but it performs really well on Dueling Network. And whenever I'm playing friendlies against people, it does extremely well. I think it was either a mix of a bad weekend plus a few bad last minute decisions, like to include Regeki and Vandy's. Murray Greed, I think the card is called. You put 2 waters back in, you draw 3. I think that would be quite good. And Allure Darkness, definitely, because you often have one of these, and it's great because this is a bad card to have in your hand usually. So yeah. Thank you very much for watching, guys. If you have any questions, please feel free to PM me. If you want to know anything, ask anything, or tell me my deck is rubbish, comment below. Please leave a like if you like the video, and subscribe if you want to see more. So thank you very much for watching, guys. Peace out.